Patch number 3 has officially come out as of October 31st, and with this came 22 new improvements, optimizations, and even bug fixes. For example, now you have the option to get rid of the flashing lightning effects that just burns your eyes. So yeah, that's been fixed, and we're gonna go over all of the 22 new updates that were added to Disney Dreamlight Valley. If you want to stay up to date on the latest updates for Disney Dreamlight Valley, think about subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you are informed as soon as a new video goes up. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the improvements and optimizations that were made, starting with number 1, which is improved performance and stability on Xbox. Now, I don't play this game on the Xbox, so I'll have to let one of you update me in the comments below if you see any improvements in your Xbox game. But I've definitely been seeing in the comments that it's been pretty bad lately on the Xbox, and so I feel like if there are any improvements with the performance and stability, that maybe it doesn't crash as often or do other things that causes you to not be able to play the game. So for number 2, they added a seizure warning during the game's boot sequence. So when you start up the game, they do now have an extra warning there for seizures, just because of maybe possible flashes or movements or whatever that might cause seizures, and so they have to put that warning now. But definitely they're making these small improvements to the game to hopefully prevent that in the future. Number 3, they added a toggle in the settings menu to remove in-game flash effects. So we can go ahead and test that out. So if we go to the main menu and then we go to settings and go to graphics, you can see the disable flashes. So if you go ahead and click that, it should be able to disable the flashes for the following: lightning visual asset that flashes during storms, white flashing effect in the clouds during storms. They did say that the storms will appear as regular rain showers and will continue to be monitored, and then the flashing effect upon successfully catching a fish, which we can go ahead and test out right now and see. And I did turn it off, so it should have a flashing effect, and we'll check it out to see how it looks. And there you go, that is the flashing effect, kind of a circular motion. And then if I go ahead and turn it on so it disables flashes, let's see what the difference looks like. And then here we go, we catch the fish. There is no more of that circular flashing motion. It kind of looks a little bit more plain, but for the people that are a little bit more sensitive, I feel like it'll help them out. And then people that are okay with it, maybe you want to still keep it off. Number 4, they added another toggle in the settings menu to remove in-game screen shake effects. So again, if we go to the main menu, go to settings, graphics, it is the other option here. You can disable camera shakes. So we'll go ahead and test out just by using our shovel. And then we'll go here. You can see it has a little bit of a shaking motion right when you go and dig on the ground. Now, if I turn on the disable camera shakes and then we go back and dig a little bit more holes, you're going to see no shaking. I'm not sure which one I like better. I kind of don't mind either. So in this case for me, I feel like one way or the other is fine with me. But maybe for people that are a little bit more sensitive, you might prefer this no shaking. And then for people that don't really care, you could still have it on. Now, in addition to this impacting the digging action, it will also do the same thing for the mining action, for the fishing action, as well as when you're also successfully catching fish. So for number 5, they actually removed the exhaustion effect. So I'm going to go ahead and test that out. And if you saw it in the last patch, they added this extra exhaustion effect, and it's very, very noticeable. And a lot of people weren't really liking it very much, and so Gameloft worked to remove it. And as you can see, it looks like it went back to exactly what it used to be before, and I feel like most people are okay with this. Number 6, they improved the clarity of Sunlit Plateau story quest objective description involving root beer. So basically, for the people that were confused on that quest, it should be a little bit more clear now, and maybe it'll be easier for the people that just didn't know what to do on that. Now I'm going to go over all the bug fixes that they added, and I'm going to go through these a little bit faster while I play the game. So just go ahead and enjoy the gameplay while I go through the rest of these bug fixes. So for Mother Gothel's restoring the Sunstone quest, they fixed the quest blocker. And they did say that it was something that they tried to fix previously, and I guess it did not resolve the issue for everyone. So they're continuing to closely monitor this fix to see the impact on the community. They fixed an issue preventing villagers from accepting meals in Chez Remy. And so basically the villagers or the characters that are inside Chez Remy are requesting for something to eat, and when you try to give them the meal, they weren't accepting it. So that should hopefully be fixed by now. They fixed the castle motif on the Disney Castle t-shirt. They fixed an issue that prevented players from picking up items at the base of the palm trees on Dazzle Beach. They fixed the Toy Story themed fancy table to allow objects placed on it to be picked up. They moved a lamp in Mickey's house to prevent objects from getting stuck behind it. So now Scar's friendship quest and gifting will now only be available after completing the Sunlit Plateau story quest. So I know also based off experience that I was able to gift Scar items or even complete through his friendship levels just before even completing the Sunlit Plateau story quest, but it looks like they disabled that and now you can't even do that until you beat the story quest. Halloween rewards acquired from Dreamlight Duties can now be properly bought again from Scrooge's delivery. I feel like this one right here is probably the best fix for everyone, even including myself, because it got annoying. But now pressing B or the circle properly skips dialogue boxes. I remember we had to keep pressing the A button or just a different way to be able to skip the dialogue or exit out of the dialogues, because for some reason the B button wasn't working anymore, and now it looks like that's fixed. So hopefully we can readjust and make sure that we keep pressing the B button if you want to end dialogue boxes. The Trick or Treat Dreamlight duty now properly requires gifting candies to characters. I'm not too sure what other gifts you were able to give them to complete that Dreamlight duty, but I guess now it's fixed. The web tree in the Villainous Star Path can now be found under the foliage category in the wardrobe menu. I know people were having issues not being able to get to their web tree, and so hopefully this is now able to fix that for them. They did various online service improvements, no details on that, but various online service improvements, whatever that means, but hopefully it makes things a little bit better than it was before. This one's an important one. Scar's volcano stove now requires coal to cook with. I know people have been saying, oh, this is the best new stove in the game, this is the best item in the game, and I mean, from the look of it, I also agreed. But it looks like it was just a bug, and now it does require coal to be able to use that volcano stove that Scar ends up giving you when you level him up to level 10. And also a lot of people were having issues where they couldn't pick up the item anymore after being placed on the ground, and so now that's fixed and you should be able to move that Scar's volcano stove. The collection menu will now update itself properly after collecting items. I definitely noticed for these Sapphire and Ruby items, they never did show up as me collecting them, and I can see it now that it does show up as correct that we have them collected. And then the last bug item that they fixed is that they swapped the item color of Moana's level 10 friendship item to its intended color scheme. So if I go ahead and talk to Moana, maybe I can give her some items that will hopefully level her up, and I can kind of see what the level 10 item looks like now. And there you go, we leveled up Moana to level 2, and we can see the level 10 item right there. I want to see what it used to look like before, but definitely the color scheme looks really nice now if it did look different prior. And that is all 21 updates for this patch number 3 that was launched on October 31st. And also on October 31st, we all had that issue where we were just stuck in the loading screen and we couldn't get into the game. And so if you didn't get a chance to see exactly what the Halloween event was, what you got to do, check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and take care.